this TikTok real quick. Y'all need to come on in. Everybody else got live too. YouTube got live, Facebook got live. Just go and drink the Kool-Aid so we can stream from the StreamYard to the TikTok. I'm sorry, I was talking to my TikTok people. Listen, Linda, how y'all doing? We haven't done this in a while because we have been busy. Let me see. We're gonna hopefully I hope the echo don't be too bad.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
The echo. I'm just cognitive of the echo. All right, what's up, y'all? This is an episode of the Sizeup. We haven't done this in a while. We thank you guys for joining us. Those of you guys,
I missed this. I really do.
I know. I have missed you guys. I don't even think nobody know. I didn't even put out here that we were going live tonight. I did not. And so let me go. Let me see if I can invite a couple of people or tag some folks. I'm just gonna tag some people.
You hear that feedback?
I do. I told you that was my concern with that. Can we turn the volume down somewhere? I don't know. Hopefully people will tune in there. I'm just trying to make it do what it do. Sharing the live.
Yeah, sharing the live.
Share. Okay, so we're gonna do this thing right tonight. We got a couple of things we gonna mull over real quick because something happened here in our area in Tennessee. For those of you who don't know, we from Memphis. We're here in Memphis. Yay.
What it do, man?
And you know, I tell people, I like to say this all the time. We are David Ruffin and the rest of Tennessee are the Temptations. We say that, and it's the truth. You know, it just is. A lot of people, you know, they talk bad, they talk down on our city, right? They really talk crazy about Memphis. But what I will say is, oh, that's when I tag the people. Okay. But what I will say about our city is that we got grit, we got grind. And we're a different kind of animal, a different kind of car, man. We just don't. We're different. Okay, mm-hmm. We're blue, and the rest of our state is red.
It's like this. Memphis is its own state.
Yeah.
We don't say we're from Tennessee. We say we're from Memphis.
We from Memphis because that's where we're from. So today, as you guys know, all over the country, they are splitting up districts so that the Republicans can have an advantage in these elections that are coming up. Because as y'all can see, there are some upsets going on all over the country. And we're in the middle of midterm elections or local elections for a lot of our seats in Congress, governors, mayors, city councilmen, those people, right?
And the Republicans know that they're about to lose.
Yeah. So today, Representative Brent Taylor is running against Steve Cohen, who, you know, hey, I have my thoughts about Steve. However,
I really need for
there's a bigger picture here.
I know, but I really wish that he would not run again.
Yeah, I have my thoughts about Steve, but there's a bigger picture here. And what we need to understand is that we don't need to vote for Brent. That's a no-go for me. So as they're doing it, so as y'all know, part of the reason why Jasmine Crockett didn't win her election was because they did the exact same thing in her district. Exact same thing. Which is crazy, right? How you redistrict that thing? I don't understand. But that's what happened. Baby, this feedback on TikTok is getting me.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Uh-huh.
I'm against gerrymandering, but now I want all the other states, blue states, do it. Do it. Do it.
At this point, Cause why not?
California, do it.
Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. All right. So I will say that make sure you guys are getting out and absolutely voting. I just want to put that out there right now. Please go vote.
Go vote.
Votes going on there. We had primaries for our parties that happened. So we selected who was going to run in the race in August here in Memphis. That's also taking place, I think, in, I want to say Ohio. I want to say Illinois. I might be wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But that's happening in those places.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying to the people is, please, by all means, make sure that you are going to the polls and you are voting, because that's what we need in our lives on today. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure y'all are getting out there and voting. I don't want to hear my vote doesn't count. You don't get
Because it does.
you don't get to complain.
You really don't.
You don't get to complain if you're not getting the things that you need in your community. You just don't. I don't want to hear no complaints from those who did not go to the polls and vote. I just don't want to hear it. I don't. So you don't get to complain if you don't get to the polls and do what you're supposed to do. I want people to be accountable in their positions, but I also want, girl, this echo's getting on my nerves. Jesus Lord, we gotta fix it. We gotta fix it now. But I do want people to actually go out and get their vote on. So this is what we're wanting to do. So make sure y'all get that done. Also, shameless plug. Couple of shameless plugs, real quick. I have an event coming up for cocktail therapy, bartending. It's called Beauty in the Bar. I need y'all to buy these tickets. They're $10 off right now. This week. After Mother's Day, it's not happening. So I do want y'all to come. I partnered up with Chris Monique, who is an amazing makeup artist here in the city of Memphis, as well as Dear Shamika of Pink Gem Society. I partnered up with them. They can't hear me if I do that, but the echo's not as bad. Can you hear me on TikTok still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you can have the volume.
I just want to be able to hear her.
Yeah, you just.
Okay.
Wait, you can hear her on there too, can't you?
Hey, yes. Don't do that.
Jesus Christ.
Don't treat me like I'm stupid.
I'm not treating you like you're stupid.
You know how kids are. You know how they do.
That's why mine is no longer in the house.
She put him out. Not playing.
Correcting you basically means I'm treating you like you're a child.
You are. You treating me like I'm the child and you are the adult. Let me get back to my thing. Don't know about your business. So, go to Eventbrite, look for the event Beauty in the Bar. I'll try to post it here in a minute in the thing. It is posted. If you go to my TikTok page for my TikTok people, if you go to my TikTok page, you will see my you'll see the post that I've been posting. So the link is in there. It's for the ladies. I mean, if a guy want to come and learn how to do makeup, you can too. But I'm also going to be teaching you guys how to mix cocktails because I am a mixologist myself. That's what cocktail therapy bartending is about. Also, one other shameless plug, real quick before we get into our Michael review. I was nominated for an award. So I have another podcast besides the Sizeup. It is called Cocktail Therapy, the podcast, right? And it focuses on all relationships. So I got nominated for a Tri-State Award for Podcast of the Year, which I definitely was not expecting. I keep saying we're coming out with new episodes of Cocktail Therapy, and I can't wait to like get to them. I've been working on so many other things, but this is what I need y'all to do right now. The link that I put in there, I put a different link in there, but it's not the www. It's just tristateawards.com. If y'all go podcast of the year, I got nominated for some other stuff that I found out later on that's in there. Then my name is there. So if I win one of them awards, I know something up. But it's
because I saw a lot that said Faith Moore.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, so I voted for you because I didn't know the other people.
I got you. We here. We on the same page.
And your mom was nominated for something too.
My mom was nominated for Best Actress, although my mama ain't been in nothing in a minute. But vote for her.
I voted for her.
Vote for her. Her name is Vicky Moore. While y'all out there, go on and vote for my mama. However, vote for Cocktail Therapy for Podcast of the Year. Okay, thank you. Yes. So make sure y'all do that. Definitely make sure y'all do that. Okay. So we're about to get into it. So we went opening weekend to go see Michael. We went on that Sunday. I figured Sunday was a safe day. But I do know that they had some showings like starting Wednesday. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I was like, oh my God. Shout out to Jaden Hunter, who is Memphis's own. What you say?
And this is spoilers, so if you have not seen it,
oh yeah, if you ain't seen it, yeah.
We sorry. We gave y'all 2 weeks.
Right. Like the live, I was trying to wait. I would have did it the night we saw the movie. I really would have did it then. Go ahead, and if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. We about to talk about the movie. We are about to get into the meat and potatoes of this. I'm talking about. I'm ready because I didn't even put on no makeup for this. Y'all see, normally I have my little face made up a little bit. Y'all see, I'm just barefaced. Okay. So
to the gym,
don't hit me on my head like I'm a dog, boy. So yes, here we are. We about to talk about the Michael movie. That's what we're about to talk about.
The one thing I can say that I was not pleased with, but I kind of understood because I was not pleased that Reby, Randy, and Janet was not depicted. But then I read or I've heard that Janet did not want to be depicted.
Janet didn't want to be depicted. I heard Randy didn't agree with the movie or something like that.
He probably didn't agree with Jafar.
But why?
Because Jafar is his son's cousin. His son's brother cousin.
Jafar is his nephew's son. So, backstory. I'm sure most of you guys have heard this before we get into this. So, Randy and Jermaine share a baby mama.
Share a baby mama. Randy had her first.
Who had her first?
Randy.
Randy did have her first. They had some kids together. And then Jermaine came in for the kill. And I think he ended up marrying her. Mm-hmm. Did Jermaine marry her? Jermaine ended up marrying her. Mm-hmm. So, and Jermaine had some kids by her as well. This is weird. So let me tell you what's even weirder that a lot of people don't know. That all of the cousins, siblings, like have a mansion and they stay together. And they all can sing and play instruments and all this stuff. I saw
in the Havenhurst compound.
Right. So I saw a video where I think Jafar was playing the piano and all the cousin siblings were together and I was like, oh my God, what is this? And this is actually before I saw this video before we found out that Jafar was going to be playing his uncle. And I feel like they might have tried to do a reality show. I might be wrong. Maybe
it was like right after Michael Jackson passed. They tried.
Okay, so those babies were not old enough to be on the group that I'm talking about. This had to been like Tito's children.
Three T's?
Three T's. Yeah, It had to have been them, because those babies weren't old enough at all to have been.
But I remember, if I'm not mistaken, they did a special. This is way before this was like in the late 90s, early 2000s. They did a special about the Jackson family and all that kind of stuff. And the children was talking about how we're the new next generation of Jackson and we're about to blow this thing up, blah, 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 blah.
And they blew nothing up except for old Jafar. Now let's talk about, let's get into this. So the movie went fairly quick. And it went quick because there were some what's the word I'm looking for? There were kind of some not backlash, but there were kind of some what is it when you have maybe adversity, not the right word, but they had a couple of bumps in the road, if you will, with making the movie. They shot a movie that was probably much longer than the movie that you see in theaters, because they got into a lot of stuff that a lot of people are saying, well, why didn't they talk about this or why didn't they talk about that?
I think it's going to be like Wicked.
There is going to be a part 2. However, there was not a plan for it to be a part 2. It was supposed to be probably a real long movie that we was going to see and enjoy and sing along to and all that good stuff, like we did when we were in this movie. However, there were some things that they couldn't touch on.
Right.
One of the main things that they could not touch on, from my understanding, was the abuse allegations that Michael faced. And as we know, he was they couldn't find anything when it came to the abuse allegations. However, when in them not finding anything, he still paid settlements to those people. And I probably wouldn't have did that. That's just me personally. But apparently that just speaks to the person that Michael Jackson was. Maybe you need this money more than I do. So here you go. You can have this money, leave me alone. Never talk to me again. And so we start the Michael Jackson movie with their meager beginnings. We didn't get to see Tito get in trouble because he played his dad's guitar. We didn't get to see none of that. Now, let me also say this. Y'all, there was the Jackson American Family movie.
The American Dream.
And this is Michael. This ain't about the Jackson family. This is about Michael. Okay, he is David Ruffin and they are the Temptations. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is about Michael. So didn't nobody come to see them, Otis? Listen.
Now, can I say this? Coleman Domingo, he did his thing as Joe Jackson, because now he's in my category of who I do not like. There's Danny Glover, because he played Mr.
Because he played Mr. back on Color Purple.
There's Lawrence Fishburne, because he played
Larry Fishburne. He will forever be Larry Fishburne. He'll get mad at you if you call him Larry, is from what I heard. But Lawrence Fishburne from Cornbread Earl and Me, because I got the cassette tape somewhere, the VHS tape, Cornbread Earl and Me. If you ain't never seen Cornbread Earl and Me, we can't talk. We're not even on the same level. But on that thing, it says, in introducing Larry Fishburne. And from that moment on, I decided I'm going to call that man Larry. That's what I'm going to call him. Go ahead.
But yeah, because he played Ike.
Right.
Now Coleman, because he played Joe Jackson. And then they got him looking like him, even though he was darker than the original Joe.
As y'all know, Michael had vitiligo, and it's an inherited disease. I don't know why nobody else had vitiligo in the family, but it was an inherited disease that he got from his father, from Joseph, because Joseph also had vitiligo. So yes, so we start off with their meager beginnings. We see the dad don't like what he do. He work in the steel mill. But what people also don't understand was that Joe Jackson was also a musician. He had a singing group. It didn't work out. He got these kids, all these kids. They constantly having cheering Jesus. They had 9. They actually had 10. One passed, I think, in between
I think it was between Michael and
And
Randy.
Randy, yeah.
Because
So
Randy is younger than Michael.
yeah, Randy's younger than Michael.
And then Janet is the baby.
And Janet is the baby. So they would have had 10 children in this 2-bedroom house in Gary, Indiana. But they have 9. And you see Michael is terrified of his father.
Mm-hmm.
You see kind of the abuse that his dad instilled upon him, and a lot of the guys, I don't agree with a lot of the guys saying, well, you got Michael Jackson, but I understand we got Michael Jackson, and I think work ethic. I think that man wanted to work. Period. I think he wanted to be a musician. I think that's what he wanted. I don't think he wanted it at the extreme and at the level that he got it, because he was different and he wanted to be just like everybody else. That's what I saw. It was a struggle. It was a lot of normal stuff he couldn't do that he wanted to do, and that childlike thing that he had going on, right?
Right.
He wasn't, y'all have to understand, he's been in this group since he was 5 years old. He couldn't go play. Yeah, since he was 5 years old. I looked it up. He was he wasn't the youngest, but he was the youngest in the Jackson 5 when they first started. So he was 5 when they started the group. And keep in mind, they were traveling. They in school. They got homework. They go to school in the morning. They going and playing different clubs and stuff. Their daddy had them on the chilling circuit, before they eventually moved to California. So the movie picked up very quickly, though. Noticeable absence was Diana Ross, because Diana did not want to be portrayed in this film, because there are also some shady allegations about Diana and Michael's relationship. Yeah, Dirty Diana. So because there are some shady allegations, thank you guys for coming in. I'm sorry, I'm just running my mouth. What's up? What's up, Kim? What's up, Andrea? Hey, JJ. Hey, Angela. Dora. Just solely Doug Fleetwood. Y'all keep coming in. Make some comments. Say hey.
And like the live.
And like the live. Please like the live.
And
y'all
follow me too.
Yeah, if y'all are over here on Facebook, YouTube, make sure y'all like, share it, watch, talk, say hey, what's up, what's happening. So yeah, so it jumped and it made it seem like Gladys Knight kind of introduced them to Motown when that wasn't the case.
And weird, my man played Barry Gordy.
Jesus.
Laria's Tate. Me. Who's your friend?
Let's talk about this real quick. Because never sitting between two women who are in love with Lorenz Tate. So my girl Mika is on one side of me, and then I got this one over here about, oh my God, that's my man. I was like, oh no, I can't have this. I can't have both of y'all fighting over Lorenz Tate in my ear. I'm trying to watch the movie. Yes, the man is fine. But I mean, oh my God, stop, okay?
It was so funny because I was like, hey, I was in love with him before you was ever in love with him.
And she didn't even know, because poor baby, she younger than us. She didn't even know. She didn't even know that man was in the boys' video. She didn't know. So we're in California now. Susan the Past sees the boys, and she's trying to convince Barry. And he didn't really. What people don't really understand is Barry Gordy did not want to sign another child act. That was not what he wanted to do. That was not in the cards for him. He didn't want to do that at all. He had worked with Stevie Wonder, and apparently Stevie Wonder was some type of headache, according to him. He didn't want to do the child thing anymore. However, when he saw these kids perform, it was amazing. And then I saw the thing that really got me, that really where I saw it made clicked for him, was when they were in the studio. Now Michael is used to performing, and I know you said there was a theory that Michael might have had
autism.
I don't know that he had autism. This is what I think.
He probably had Asperger's. What do you call it? Asperger's.
You think so?
Because then normally kids with Asperger's are geniuses.
Well, yes, but this is where I was going with that. And this is what I thought about as a child, right? Who has probably never been in a recording studio, and you're used to all they've done was perform according to the movie. They probably had before, I don't know, but all they have done was sing and dance, and that's what they've learned to do. So in his mind, I'm still performing, right? And I'm still a child. I'm like 10, I'm 18 years old, wherever old he was at the time when he's recording this music. So if I'm on stage all the time and I'm dancing, that's what I'm used to doing. That's my thought process for it. So they kept having to remind him to do it. But after a while, that man said, let that man do whatever he want to do, because this baby is blowing. And that baby was singing that song. It was amazing.
Was it Never Can Say Goodbye, wasn't it?
Never Can Say Goodbye was
I know
performing on stage. When he was in the studio, when I have you, I treated you bad. That baby hit them notes, and that little boy that played Michael was actually singing that song. That baby could sing. Okay.
So, and no, in the Jackson 5 American Dream, it was Jason Weaver that was playing.
It was Jason Weaver, and Jason Weaver did a phenomenal job at that point in time too. Also, shout out to the young man that actually played grown-up Michael Jackson in the American Dream. I didn't know he passed.
He passed like a few years after that movie.
The movie came. He had a rare form of leukemia. I didn't even know. I didn't realize he had passed. But yeah. So we get past this time, and then they start to grow up. So you see that they're getting this fame. They're getting this thing going, and then they start to grow up, and then enters Jafar. Let me also say this. There are some things that I want people to realize about kids and how impressionable they are. And the one thing that, from my understanding, from all accounts, the one thing that Michael got surgery on was his nose. Okay. And he was constantly trying to change his nose because his dad gave him the complex about having a big nose. They all had big noses.
But he used to say that his nose was the biggest.
His nose was the biggest. And so he called him Big Nose. And so that did something to him. And for people who be like, well, that's soft. No, it's not. Those are things that are lasting for kids. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of understand why he felt that way, but he was very self-conscious about the way he looked, partially because he had vitiligo. This is the other thing that a lot of people did not know. Michael was diagnosed with lupus back in the late 80s. So the change in the shape of his face, his weight going up and down, which his weight really didn't ever go really up. But a lot of the things that he went through, he saying he's in chronic pain. He had lupus. Those are some of the symptoms of lupus. And so it my adult, doing the research and learning that, I said, so the baby was probably in pain for real. And y'all just, it's Michael, he weird. No, he actually had that. Lupus also can cause skin discoloration. So that vitiligo probably
accelerated it
because of that. A lot of the other part of that too is Michael wore a lot of makeup, and he wore a lot of makeup to cover up the spots with the vitiligo.
Now I know a couple of people with it.
With vitiligo?
I
know a couple of people with lupus. So I know the symptoms that they go through, how their face changes, how their weight fluctuates up and down, depending on what medication they have you on or whatever that looks like. I know that lupus is not prevalent in men. I'm not saying that men don't have it, but it's not prevalent in men. It's more prevalent in women.
But doesn't Nick Cannon got lupus?
Nick Cannon does, but I'm saying it's rare. That's what I'm saying. So those are the things that, for people who don't, just to kind of debunk some of the stuff. And the makeup, keep in mind too, back then, makeup to match our skin tone just was not there. I'm sorry. I used to have to mix two. I remember the CoverGirl, the Queen Latifah collection of CoverGirl. I had to. What?
Girl, I didn't even say Joshua.
Joshua.
Go to bed.
It's never lupus.
It was lupus. Okay, so so I just it was rare. Nick Cannon has a rare form of it as well, which is why he's had some of the health issues that he has had, and it's affected his kidneys and that sort of thing. And it affects the other organs of your body. It's an autoimmune disease. And so those are just some of the things, because I've seen some posts and I'm like, y'all hard on your boy. And these are the things they had and to understand. So the makeup, that's what I was saying. Mm-hmm. Queen Latifah's makeup line was supposed to be designed for us, right? However, I had to mix two of those together to get my skin tone. So even to this day, there are some makeup lines that do it right, and there are some that don't. So at that point in time, if his skin was blotched up so bad, he had to probably blend a lighter color. So, just putting that out there so y'all will know. Boyfriend wore makeup, he had to, because of his skin discoloration. So, and he was really self-conscious about that. That was really crazy. For you to be this big person that everybody's like, oh my God, it's Michael Jackson. He was very self-conscious of that. And so that's something that I learned.
And to know that Jermaine Jackson did a diss track in the 90s trying to talk about
Jermaine
how
was mad. Michael was
talking about how but you know how that came about, right?
I do know how that came about. Jermaine was going to sign with LaFace. He was going to work with Babyface and work with them down there, L.A. Reid and Babyface. And Michael offered them more money to not work with his brother.
One thing I can admire about Michael, he was like a good petty.
He was baby petty boots.
Because the story behind him buying the Beatles music, the rights, the copyrights, the publishing, he told Paul McCartney, I'm going to buy your music. Paul McCartney did not believe him.
Well, this is the other thing. Paul gave him the game. That's the other part.
Right. Yeah, Paul McCartney told him about how, this is where the money is and stuff like that.
Paul gave him the game.
And so when he bought the publishings, Paul actually thought, oh, he's going to give it to me at a good price.
And it's not. I bought it at this rate.
But did you hear the story about Eminem?
I did hear the story about Eminem.
Oh my gosh. I was like, if that's not a way to say
that man is petty. And I love it. Him and Prince are my spirit animals. They just are. They just are, So yeah. So you have the setup. Michael was really growing tired of performing with his brothers. His dad was pushing keeping the family together. Really, a lot of people had this comment. And okay, so since we comparing films, I am going to put this out here right now so y'all can understand. Y'all got to understand Michael was not Michael was living at his mom and dad's house. He still stayed at his mom and dad. He could have left. Yeah, he technically could have left. But the rule of the house was you had to either get married or be 28 before you left that compound. That was the rule of the house.
And I think it's more because of their religion, because they were Jehovah's Witnesses.
Because they were Jehovah's Witnesses. So
a lot of them got married.
That's why a lot of them got married. That's why Tito married that girl. Is that if you just don't marry that girl? No. He married Dee Dee so he can get up at their house. Jermaine married the other girl. Now he actually liked her, I guess. I don't know. Hazel. To get up at their house. They got married to leave. I think Janet married James partially to leave. So what I'm saying is that was the rule of thumb for their household. So Michael was not yet 28 while he beat it. Billie Jean, Thriller, he wasn't 28 yet. That's why he was still at the house. Okay. Now, one thing that I heard that they got wrong in the film was Bubbles. He didn't get Bubbles till much later. He didn't get Bubbles then.
And Bubbles still alive.
And Bubbles is still alive and thriving. Okay. Now, but they said Bubbles knew when Michael was gone because Bubbles started acting crazy. So they had to put Bubbles on somewhere to be with his kind. But but Bubbles is still alive and kicking, okay? Still alive and kicking. So yeah, that was the one thing that they got rubbed. That was so funny when he had woke them people up
off their sleep.
Out of their sleep. To me,
that was some good AI though, wasn't it?
It was. But Michael loved animals. Oh my God.
And he loved games. He loved toys. I'm thinking he going to the toy store to buy for kids. He will buy for himself.
He's buying for himself. But let me also say this. Michael was a philanthropist. One thing that a lot of people probably don't know, you probably done heard, in was it Beat It? Mm-hmm. And Beat It, those were actual gang
members. Yeah.
Actual gang members in Beat It. Hold
on, but somebody said, why did they not include the white guy that was dancing that messed up the steps? If you watch Beat It, watch the video Beat It. Okay. It's a white guy. He gonna mess up the steps, and it's clear as day because it's out there.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, as Michael, as a perfectionist as he is, why did not catch it?
I heard Michael was some serious.
Why did they not catch that? But it's clear as day. Just watch the video when we get off this live. Watch the video.
It. Yeah, I'll go watch it. Yeah.
But they were like, why did they not include that part? That guy to mess up. But yeah, that was interesting to know that he wanted to get the gangs together, because I think he was, the way they had the movie is, he was upset by seeing all of the killings and stuff like that. So
so I just, to see that he actually cared about things that he saw, and he wanted to actually make a difference, and I could get with it a whole lot. I could get with it 100%.
And another thing, Michael liked to do long videos, like short mini movies.
He did, and you stayed up for them. You watched them. If you knew he was gonna premiere. Now let me tell you. Okay, let's get into how we get John Branca, who I guess is still the attorney for the estate to this day. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Michael was looking for representation after, was this? It wasn't before.
After I think it was probably after Off the Wall.
Okay. So after Off the Wall, Michael was looking for representation, and he found it at this big law firm. They had all these people around the table, and John Branca was his main point person at the law firm. And what I thought was so cold about John, and what I liked about it was that he needed to fire his dad, right? So he tried to get when the guys wanted the other album, the record execs wanted the next album. His dad didn't want him to do it. His dad thought Off the Wall was cute. Oh, that was cute. It's all good. Okay. It is what it is. He thought Off the Wall was cute, and he thought, okay, we're gonna capitalize off of the momentum of your success with Off the Wall, and we gonna circle back to the Jacksons, and that's where we on. And Michael didn't want to do that. Michael wanted to do his own thing. Mm-hmm. And so in Michael wanting to do his own thing, right? He didn't want to do his own thing. He needed to fire his dad. So actually, he sent the record execs out to tell them that they needed Michael to do another album. His dad was like, "Nah, Michael ain't gonna be doing it." And they was scared. Everybody was scared of Joe. They were scared of Joe. So it wasn't just Michael that was scared of Joe. The people were scared of Joe too, right? And he told them that wasn't gonna be happening. So he knew he had to fire his dad. I'm just gonna look him right in the eye, and I'm gonna tell him. And that man sent that fax to that house and fired his dad, and he was still staying at home. And his daddy couldn't put him out because really, that's who bought the house. Real talk, that's who bought
Yeah.
the house. So you can't put Michael out. Michael had John Branca fax his father to fire him. Yeah, that's how his dad got fired. So that was cold blooded. That was cold.
But it was petty and hilarious.
Petty. Oh,
But,
I was tickled.
hold on, but it was funny when he told the executives, okay, if you want me to do this album, you got to tell my dad.
You got to tell my daddy.
And the dad was like, okay, but he gonna do it after hours.
After hours. Yeah, he ain't gonna do that.
He was doing another Red from the 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah.
Office hours is 9 to 5.
9 to 5. Did you know on the Victory album, a lot of those songs were songs that were throwaways from Thriller?
Did not know, but you know what? Okay, like Can You Feel It? I know. Can You Feel It? Both Randy and Michael wrote that.
Right, but the majority of the songs on the Victory album was throwaway songs from Thriller.
Really?
And if you notice, really on their tour, it was really Michael Jackson concert, and they was backing Michael up. Real talk. If you think about it, if you look at the old footage, he's singing Human Nature. He's singing a lot of his songs on their tour, and they backing him up. He didn't want to do that tour, man. And so I understand, like, when you see like the Braxtons and how Tony is like, I got the record deal, and although I love my people, right? I love my sisters. I want them to they need to go get their own. And I felt that, and I saw that in this. Michael wanted to do his own thing. So let's talk about this Pepsi commercial. Let's talk about how this all came about. Let's start with that. So for whatever reason, what's his name with the hair? The boxer promoter?
Don King
decided he was going to get into the music business, and they were going to promote the show. Now, the tickets for this tour that was going to happen, you had to buy them in fours. Now, keep in mind, we have Ticketmaster now. We can go online and buy our tickets. We can go to SeatGeek or whatever and get a ticket. Well, at the time, you had to buy, you had to mail in your payment. So I guess you had to send a money order or a check to get your tickets for the show. And you might not have got selected, and you had to buy them in fours. And you might not get a ticket to the show, so they oversold tickets to the show. Jerry curls were absolutely flammable. You are correct, sis. They were flammable. Absolutely. So to promote this, they got Pepsi to sponsor the tour. Michael Jackson didn't, if y'all notice in the commercials and the clips, he never touched Pepsi because he didn't even like the drink Pepsi. He didn't like the taste of Pepsi. He didn't like Pepsi. But and his mama had to actually convince him to do it. It was not his dad. His mom had to convince him to do the tour and to do the commercial. Had to convince him to do it because he wasn't going to do it. So they had done multiple takes. I guess, of course, they used a good take. They had done multiple takes of the scene with Michael coming down the rafters dancing and all that stuff. Right. Dancing and everything. And the sparks from the what is it called?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The
pyrogenics or whatever you want to call it. It caught to his hair. His hair was on fire. He had severe burns. Now that aside from the nose surgery, he did have surgery on his scalp because he had 3rd-degree burns, and he was in that burn unit for a long time. He did not want to take the medicine, so this also started this medication. But again, he also had pyrotechnics. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, because I was looking for the word and I couldn't find it. Amen. Pyrotechnics. And so he was in that burn unit for a while. His dad was concerned about this tour. What wasn't it the quickest cut to commercial? Oh, child. Oh, it was the quickest. But all in all, they ended up doing the tour finally. And he ended the tour on stage, which I thought was amazing. He told, "Hey y'all, listen, this is gonna be our last show."
Man, the way they had Coma Domingo looking as Joe, I was like, it had me cracking up.
That man said, "This is it." Amen. This is it. I will not be doing any more shows with these folks. I love them dearly. Let's talk about the Motown 25 because I think I skipped over that. So the Motown 25, everybody was excited about the Motown 25. They wanted the Jackson 5 to come and perform. Michael was no longer on Motown at this point. He did do, but he don't like Pepsi. So he did do that. I remember that.
They were Jehovah's Witnesses and they did a Christmas album. The Jackson 5.
Well, yeah, absolutely. They saw Mama Kissing Santa Claus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Motown 25, the only way that Michael agreed to perform with his brothers was that they said, "Yo, I want to perform my song after the brothers." He did not want to do Motown 25. You are correct. The only way he would do it is if they let him perform Billie Jean after he performed with his brothers. I don't know why she's upset about the movie though. I don't get why she's upset about the movie. I don't understand.
Inclusion in the Sonic the Hedgehog soundtrack.
That wasn't even out. They stopped at 1988. That's the other thing, y'all. They stopped the movie in 1988.
That's what I'm saying. It got to be a part 2.
Well, it's gonna be a part 2. They've already been in talks about part 2. Billie Jean, that was so cool. That they took about Storm, and she says they keep making money off of him, but that she's not in control of his estate. His mama is.
Yep.
So
my question is, who's in control after Catherine dies?
Maybe the kids. I don't know. Not sure. But it's the estate. And here's the other thing. This is a good. I mean, it's a story to be told. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We don't know all the inner work. Now, of course, Flex did his Michael Jackson thing. Poor baby. He shouldn't have did that. They have made billions, and that's why she's upset. They've made billions.
As soon as he passed, they sold his catalog to Sony for $1 billion.
Oh.
The music that he was on,
yeah.
They sold it for $1 billion.
That's crazy.
His estate, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I heard Marvin Gaye had to go on after Michael Jackson too at the Motown 25, and he was mad. He didn't want to go on after that. And I don't blame Marvin. I don't blame. Jafar did an excellent job. Let's talk about these actors real quick. Jafar did an amazing job. I've heard a lot of people say, "Well, his dancing wasn't this." I'm like, nigga, I can't do the moonwalk. I can't stand on my tippy toes. I can't do them turns like that baby was doing. I don't know what you talking about. He did a phenomenal job to me, baby. I still would trip and fall trying to do the thing from the Smooth Criminal. I can't do none of that. So
they had special shoes for that, right?
And that's fine.
They had special shoes that were stable on the floor, so he can be able to do that.
I can't do that. So regardless of even if we had special shoes, baby, I probably would have fell and on my face. Do you understand what I'm saying? So listen to me and listen to me clearly. That baby That baby, yes, that's his nephew. That baby, and let's talk about Jafar real quick. Jafar's backstory is Jafar was never gonna be doing music. Let's start with that. Jafar was supposed to be the next Tiger Woods. Real talk. That's what he was gonna do. He was into golf. That's what he was doing. He was golfing, and he said this wasn't even his idea. Somebody reached out to him and was like, "Yo, whoever was one of the producers of the film, have you ever thought about who is his parents? It's Jermaine and Randy's ex baby mama." So, oh, he's one of the cousin siblings. That's what he is. He's one of the cousin siblings. He is. He's a cousin sibling. He's one of the cousin siblings. So, he is. He's a cousin sibling. He about to win an award. I feel like he should be nominated for something. He did an excellent job. Mm-hmm. The young man, I don't know his name, that played young Michael Jackson, phenomenal job, excellent job. Mm-hmm. Marlon, shout out to young Marlon. Jaden Hunter from Memphis. Memphis' own Jaden Hunter. He played Marlon in the Broadway musical. And they called him to play this role in the movie. So shout out to Jaden. He did an excellent job. Coleman Domingo.
Coleman Domingo don't get any kind of nomination. I already know it's
Coleman Domingo. Let me tell y'all better tell them Coleman Domingo gonna be there. That's what I'm just gonna tell you right now. Coleman Domingo is, I think this should be the last Michael Jackson movie. I think it should be the last Michael Jackson movie too. I agree. It should be the last. I hate that Janet and Randy were not portrayed in it. And Rebe, I don't know what Rebe's reason, but I ain't know. But
Rebe was at the premiere.
Reba was at the premiere. Janet and Randy saw the movie. So, it is what it is. But yeah, I do think this should be the last. Mm-hmm. I thought it stopped at 88.
Yeah, I'm
it
bad.
Stopped at 88. It didn't stop at 86, it stopped at 88.
Yeah.
I adored Nia Long. Mm-hmm. She wasn't, a lot of people, Moonwalker, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Captain EO, he did Captain EO.
Captain EO, baby, is just a bigger part of me. Love it. Oh my God, love it.
I remember just going to Disney World in 87. And that's when Captain EO came out, and it was on Epcot Center.
Another part of me, thank you. I got it wrong, I know.
And I just can remember my cousin because it was 3D.
Yeah.
And my cousin Brandon, every time, hey, and I'm like, would you shut up? Don't watch the movie.
When it came out on the Disney Channel, that's when I watched it because I hadn't gone to Disney World at that point yet. But it's
the Disney Channel now.
It can't. I don't know. We'll have to look into that and see because I want to see it now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was amazing. Nia Long did a good job. Y'all baby daddy, Barry Gordy.
Woo!
Lorenz Tate did a good job. I enjoyed everybody in the film. I don't think there were any bad performances at all. Miles Taylor did a great job as John Branca. Mm-hmm. It was just a good movie. And shout out to Antoine Fuqua.
And his daughter played Ola
Ray. His son was his assistant in the movie. Like I was reading them credits, baby. And so his daughter did play Ola Ray in the Thriller video. It was just amazing just to see. I'm talking about, and then this girl over here, to this child on the other side of me talking about, oh my God, Michael Jackson did that. I don't do enough. I need to go volunteer somewhere. I said, girl, get out. Get out. I love her so much. She's so sweet. I don't volunteer enough. I don't do enough.
It's not we can't do them.
I don't have Michael Jackson money, so I will never be able to do enough. Okay. Okay. All right. I ain't got that type of money.
But I tell you this, since the movie came out, the estate has gotten paid because of sales from Thriller and Off the Wall.
The strings have gone up. Let me tell you something. The 2 albums of Michael Jackson that I can play from start to finish is Off the Wall and Thriller. For start to, now I listen to the other stuff because
but you skip over some songs.
I really don't do it. I listen to it, but the ones I sing along to, and I know it's some that I know and sing along to, and it's something like, listen, those are the albums right there. I'm talking about Prime, Michael Jackson. I'm currently doing I've been doing Audible a lot. And I'm currently listening to Michael and Me. This girl said her and Michael had a secret relationship or whatever. That's what she said. She was there because she worked for the management company. So that's what she said. I don't know, but I'm listening to the book. It's interesting. It's tea.
But I low key don't think that's how, Michael Jackson talk like that for real. I believe he had.
No, a lot of people said he had it. So if you notice though, all of them talked in like a light voice. They ain't talk not that light, but they all talked in a light voice. They were taught to speak like that because they want to preserve their singing voice. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, okay, that makes sense. They said Michael had a deep voice in real life.
I just wanted to hear it one time.
I want to hear it too. Somebody got to record the mic for real.
Let us hear
me so I can, luxuriate in the deep voice of Michael Jackson. Luxuriates in the deep voice of Michael Jackson. So yeah, let me tell y'all something. And my mama stood me up Tuesday. I was off work, and I said, we're gonna go see Michael because she, felt some type of way. That I went to go see the movie. I already know that I went to go see the movie without her. And I was like, well, sis, you be traveling. And I didn't know when you was coming back from out of town. I didn't know. So because I did not know, okay, yeah, there's that. So we was going to go see Michael, and because it was raining, she was sleepy, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. So we're going to try again this Tuesday. I'm not going to be off, so it's going to be Tuesday evening. But we're gonna try again this Tuesday. But yeah. That's that was Michael the movie. It was an awesome movie.
It was.
Everybody did a phenomenal job.
Even the guy that played Quincy Jones, his bodyguard.
Oh, Kendrick Sampson played old Quincy. The guy who played his bodyguard, real talk, they did a phenomenal. The makeup was awesome. How they tried to get the people to closely resemble the real life people that were there in that time. Amazing. They do a phenomenal job.
And also, I want to say this. I know in the TikTok universe, people was talking about how on the Beat It video, he didn't have on the movie, they didn't have the right clothes because he had the blue shirt under the red jacket. Everything is not going to be to the T.
No, it's not.
Even if you saw the dance when they was doing Thriller, when the part with the break dancers, they wasn't doing the same moves like on the video.
No,
you're not going to get everything to the T. It was the best representation they could do.
Absolutely. It's a movie. So these are based on events that happened in this man's life. That's really what it was. So we have to understand that when you're going to watch a movie, we so critical of stuff when we go look at it. We so critical. It's amazing how critical we can be tearing things apart. And I understand if you're a movie critic and that's what you do, okay, do your thing, go off. But I am. Hi, thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. But I am of the opinion that we just need to enjoy stuff a little bit more.
Enjoy it.
Just enjoy things just a little bit more. It was an amazing movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. A lot of people was like, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
What were you looking for?
I wasn't understanding. I
understand why it wasn't good. I need to. It was just a concert. They just play his music. What? He's an artist.
It's about Michael Jackson.
It's a movie about this man and his creative process. What I will say is, I enjoyed seeing him kind of mirror or interpret how his uncle, his process when he was writing songs, making music, deciding what to do, working with Quincy Jones, that sort of thing. I know that he and Quincy parted ways after Bad. I think he didn't work with Quincy anymore as a producer because they had different creative differences in that sense.
And that's when LA Reid and Babyface came
into the picture. He's worked with Teddy Riley, some other people that came into the picture to work with him. But I think that was a great.
Now that would be a good scene.
What?
Making the video of Jam with Michael Jordan and Heavy D.
Yes. Oh, I miss Heavy D. Yes. And Magic tells a story. Magic Johnson told a story saying that he wanted to do the video with the MJ. So he did Remember the Time, and he had Magic Johnson in Remember the Time, and then he did the Jam video. He had Michael Jordan in Jam, and so I said, oh my God, that was really cool how he came up with that concept. Michael was very creative in a lot of the things that he did, and so he was an artist. As he got older, he got a little cockier. He got a little bit more. Michael was a trip. That video I saw where he fired that man because he messed up the sound when they was in sound check. I said, "Oh God, did you find another person to come bring your sound?" It was like, "You're fired. You're fired." Oh my God, Mike, not you firing the people. But they say he was so much of a perfectionist. He was supposed to stand on his toes longer doing the Billie Jean performance in Motown. They said that man was crying backstage because he was supposed to stand on his toes longer. It was just a whole thing. The whole rivalry between him and Prince, to hear people tell those stories are funny to me because those are two artists that are forever going to be artists that I love, that I respect. I respect their artistry. They had a respect for each other. Now they had some stuff because let Mike tell it, Prince tried to run him and his mama over with a car. But it was, if y'all go look up this YouTube video, James Brown, Michael Jackson, Prince, and y'all come back to the chat and tell me what y'all think, because in that video, Prince did some things that didn't work out, and he got embarrassed a little bit because he was doing some things that people weren't quite ready for because they was at a James Brown show, they weren't at a Prince show. And so Michael had James Brown call Prince on stage after he called Michael on stage because he thought, I'm doing Prince a favor. You know, everybody ain't seen your butt cheeks on MTV, so maybe this is it, right? Okay, I got your message. And Prince was doing too much, and it didn't work out for him, and that's fine.
Feelings.
So he tried to run. He tried to run Mike and Michael's mama over with the car. Maybe in this little red Corvette, I don't know. But just to see those creative processes go and flow, I enjoyed seeing that, and to see what he had, these ideas that he had in his head. That baby didn't sleep because if he had an idea in his head, he wanted to work on it and get it out. And I'm imagining Prince was the same way.
Yep.
I'm imagining any artist that really, really grinds and goes hard.
And now that would be a biopic.
I can't wait. Let me tell y'all something. Listen here. Don't remake Purple Rain. Anybody got an idea to do it? Do not do that. I need a Prince biopic.
Because this man
out there right now. Who gonna play
how many instruments? He played on his first album. He played all of the instruments.
Yeah, Prince played. Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all when I knew that Prince was that guy. Okay, so if y'all remember, Sinbad had a late night show. I don't know if it was on BET. I can't remember what it was on. What station it came on.
Mm-hmm.
Sinbad had Stevie Wonder, Prince, Shaka Khan, somebody else on there. And this is when I found out Stevie Wonder wrote "Tell Me Something Good," but Prince got off the keys and pulled out a piccolo and started playing the piccolo. I said, "Not the piccolo." He was playing the piccolo. This man can play so many. I think it's 19 instruments he can play.
No, it's more than that.
It's more than that. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all, if y'all come out with a Prince, I was planning on dressing up for Michael, but the budget didn't budget the way it needed to budget, so I can get the clothes together to wear for Michael. However, let them come out with a Prince biopic, baby. You gonna think I'm in Purple Rain? Do you understand me? Oh, I'm dressing for the Prince movie. Understand that, okay? I will be dressed for the Prince movie. So, I don't know who's gonna play him. Y'all gonna have to find somebody short and light skin.
And that's comfortable wearing heel boots.
And that's comfortable wearing some heels. I don't know who. Well, you know what? How tall is Duran Bernard? Now he ain't that light, but how tall is he? I feel Duran for that role. I don't know if he can pull it off, but I feel Duran Bernard. I'm putting it out there right now. I don't know what his height is. I don't know how tall he is. If he's too tall, that might not work. But
But you know what? It probably won't do when he was young, because you didn't know much about him when he was young.
His estate knows about him when he was young, or they don't have to.
Because you know his sister passed away.
Huh?
You know his sister passed away.
Oh no, I didn't know his sister passed.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing: we don't necessarily. Of course, Purple Rain was loosely based on him, his life, right? But what I would say is, it don't necessarily have to be about when he grew up and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It can be about when he was starting out in the industry. Mm-hmm. And I'd be interested in that. You know what I'm saying? I'd be extremely interested in just that aspect of it, right? Mm-hmm. And how he had the time and the Vanity 6 and you know
and what Apollonia 6.
Yeah, Apollonia 6 and just all of those things that he had, the revolution, and I want to know all that tea and all the women he done dated, and you know, I want to see that because Michael Jackson and Prince, from my understanding, both of them was, you know, they was some I'm a player. They are. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna have to take this call in just a second. Call you right back. But yeah, so those are the things. So I can't wait. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. Make sure, real quick, there is a series on Amazon Prime that I really want y'all to get into. And
is it from
Toxic, the series? It's on Amazon Prime. Okay. Memphis actors, actresses, Memphis written, produced. Check it out. Shout out to Tamika Chambliss. Make sure y'all go on Amazon Prime, blow that series up. Toxic, the series. Make sure y'all go watch it. Make sure y'all go on Eventbrite if you are in the Memphis or surrounding areas, because spots are limited, but I need to sell these tickets. Mixology makeup class, Eventbrite, go to Beauty in the Bar and check that out. Not only do I need y'all to do Beauty in the Bar, okay, I also need y'all to go to tristateawards.com and vote for Cocktail Therapy, the podcast, for best podcast. So make sure y'all do that for me. Go on and do that. Those are some assignments, a little homework for you to do. Right now, the tickets for Beauty in the Bar are $10 off for Mother's Day. You put in the code Mother's Day, you get the $10 off tickets, okay? So make sure y'all do that. Good Mother's Day gift. If y'all need a last minute gift for mama, y'all can do that and give her some roses and have her come out and learn how to make some drinks. You're going to get a bar kit. You're gonna get some makeup in your swag bag to apply your makeup for the class. Make sure y'all come. I'll be going live about that and answering some questions about that event too. So make sure y'all do that. TriStateAwards.com, best podcast, cocktail therapy, the podcast. Also, go check out Toxic the series on Amazon Prime. Please support our actors and actresses here in the city. Thank you guys so much. Wendy, you have anything before we get off of here?
No, but we are coming out with new foundations with Mary Kay. I'm talking about in the deep shades, black people shades. Yes. We have the most shades out of all of the shades. So, girl, I can't wait to even try to match you.
Because the one that I had was I think too dark for me.
Yeah,
because I found something that was good. But yes, let's talk.
And then if you go on my website, it's my shop, but it's still, marykay.com/W Edinburgh, but it's my shop. I get points towards you shopping on my website. And if I get a certain amount of points, I get a free cruise. I want to go on a cruise. Cruise. Yes. So I'm going to have more information about that probably Saturday.
Yeah.
Talk about that more. But that's it.
Okay. So y'all make sure y'all follow Wendy on her social media platforms. And Wendy, how can they find you?
Okay, so on Facebook it's Wendy Edinburgh Smith. On Instagram it is VLux76, and then my business one is Wendy ESMK. Of course, on TikTok, I think I changed it though.
Did you? What is it saying on here? Wendy ES 876.
Yeah, Wendy ES 876. And that's it.
All right. Okay, y'all can find me, Vix Kids Faith, more on Facebook and Vix Kids Faith on all other platforms. Also, go and follow and like. If y'all are following me on Cocktail Therapy, the podcast, and Cocktail Therapy Mobile Bartending Service, I think it's Bartending Service. Please also like my page. Follow and like. I need my follows to match my likes. Please. It's a lot of reverb. Is it still echoing? Is it echoing over there?
I don't know.
Okay, I had to turn mine down.
Yeah, I turned mine down too.
Sorry, whoever.
New part, probably we sorry.
Apologize. We're gonna get off anyway. All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We will holler at y'all next time. Bye.